Put on your kerchief and throw up the sash, because the coursers are flying like the down of a thistle. Hi, it's Madeline with Blue Stocking, and today we're going to talk about one of my favorite holiday books, Twas the Night Before Christmas. We'll uncover the story behind how it was written, I'll read a special edition of the story to you, and I'll tell you how to access an exclusive video I made about another one of my favorite Christmas traditions, and how you can start this unique tradition in your family this holiday season. The story was originally submitted anonymously to a newspaper called the Twas Sentinel in 1823, who published it with the title An Account of a Visit from St. Nicholas. No potential authors of this Christmas classic surfaced until 1844, when professor and poet Clement C. Moore published an anthology of his works, including 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. This claim to the story went largely unchallenged until recently, when descendants of Henry Livingstone, a farmer, surveyor, and hobbyist poet, claimed that he was the true author of the story. Many literary scholars now believe that the style of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas more closely matches Livingstone's writings than Moore's. Therefore, they believe that Livingstone is probably the author, but the verdict is still out. Whether written by Moore or Livingstone, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas is definitely a modern holiday classic, and it's one of my favorite Christmas books. Our family loves it so much that we have a tradition of reading it each year on Christmas Eve. My favorite edition of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas is a rare vintage pop-up version we've had in our family for over 50 years, and I'd love to share it with you. So find a cozy seat and join me for a reading of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. The Night Before Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap, when out on a lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry, his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as his snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk. And laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night." I hope you enjoyed my special reading of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. I loved sharing one of my favorite Christmas traditions with you. Like I said earlier, you can find out about another one of my favorite holiday traditions by watching an exclusive clip from my video vault featuring 5-year-old me. To access the exclusive video and learn how you can start this Christmas tradition in your family, just click the link in the description and follow the prompts. Well, that's all for now, friends. Merry Christmas, and remember to feed your mind.